Alright, well, okay, so on what was probably the coldest day of the year, back in February, I went and bought this. The guy wanted 3,800. I got him down to $3,000 because I seen all kinds of stuff that was wrong with it. Of course, I didn't see everything that was wrong with it because it was freaking like 15 degrees out, and I couldn't take it for a ride. Well, he started it, but I couldn't take it for a ride. It was just too cold. And I said, I'll give you $3,000. I picked it up. I knew I was going to have some work. The story he told me was, it was his dad's down in Florida. He was going through into dementia and stuff, and he had bought this bike probably a year before it started with him, and he decided, well, he wasn't that far gone, he could still do things to it, and just about everything he did was wrong. And I'm going through it now and fixing stuff. I mean, when I got it, there was only one bolt on each side of the fender holding it in. The carburetor was screwed up. This thing was popping like crazy. So I took the carburetor off, and I was going to try to adjust the air fuel mixture screw in the bottom. Only to look in there and see that that was all stripped and couldn't even get a screwdriver to take a bite on it. So I had to replace that. I replaced it with one of those Amazon carbs and a high flow air filter, and it works just fine. I had to dial that in. And then come over here to fix the little bit of a leak out of the primary, to find out that he had screwed the drain screw in so tight, well, not actually so tight, but this little plug right here, he screwed it all the way through, which I wouldn't think was possible, but because the hole is supposed to taper and stop the advance of the screw, well, it actually goes all the way in, falls off inside the primary. So I had to fish that out. And looking at it after that, I was thinking, what else is wrong? Went to screw the derby cover back on. That one of those screws is stripped. So I decided I'm going to take the primary cover off to adjust the chain and stuff. I got that now. This had almost 1.25 inches of play in it, so I fixed that. But I'm taking that off. I was going to do it through the inspection plate. Find out that the inspection plate was basically glued in because he had over torqued the screws and pretty much bent the inspection plate opening. I mean, if you look at it, you can see it's curved. So that's gone. So I bought another primary cover. That's on its way. Got new gaskets and stuff. Taking this cover off to find out that the longer screws that go in each of these journals along here were up here. And I'm amazed that he didn't bust through the back of the inner primary, but they weren't really that tight, because when I went to take them out, I don't think they were fully seated against that. So there's that. He didn't have the gaskets on. He had a gasket on here, but it was mangled. He didn't have the gasket on that one. So, working on that. Put an oil cooler on it. See, I found this all out when I was doing the 3-hole fluids. So I got that, and then I'm replacing Wally here with a new headlight that I got over here. Don't mind the noise. It's the hottest day of the year now. Bought it on the coldest day, and I'm working on it on the hottest day. So that's the headlight I'm putting on it. I'm gonna have to go through these LED turn signals because they're not working correctly. This winter I'm gonna be breaking it down completely and repainting everything. I'm gonna go with a pearl white with real fire coming off and around the tank and stuff. I only gotta lick through here enough. The this carburetor has LEDs in it, so that's gonna look pretty cool. I'm gonna try to set it up to where it's only doing red, yellow, and orange. I got new bolts in there. I'm going to raise the tank up 1.5 inches so I get more airflow over the engine. And yeah, that's going to be it for that. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to trim this off of the fender here and just cut it down here nicer, lower. Unless I can get my hands on a lowrider fender which wraps around. He had he did put in air shocks. I like that. He put it on air shocks, but he only had like I think 7 or 8 pounds of air in him, and this thing, the fender was like down here. I mean, it was really tight to the tire, which I liked. You know, it was a nice low ride, and I'll probably drop it down there again, but I can't get it on and off of this lift with that. I had to put it up to what the hell did I put it up to? 28 pounds. 28 pounds to lift the rear end up enough to get the frame over the ramp coming up. I put ramps along for each side of the lift so that I don't have any trouble getting on and off of it. It's a Harbor Freight lift. I pulled that piece of junk little thing off the front there, and I put on this bike lift, this bike tire brace, whatever it's called. But yeah, the new filter on there. All I gotta do now is get this finished up, and I'm gonna put the headlight on here today. I think I'm gonna probably set the camera up so that it can see what I'm doing. Alright, and I'll get back to you in a couple of minutes.